So last week I posted a video about Battlefield, and in this video I asked you guys a series of questions because I wanted to get better at the game. But what you didn't realize was that I uploaded that video 5 days before it went live, and I continued to play Battlefield on my own. I learned how to spot people, I found the class that worked best for me, and I started to annihilate lobbies. And what I found was that I adjusted to the game rather quickly. Now I don't know if this is the same case for a lot of other players, but currently now when I get on and I play, and as long as I'm not going up against an MLG Pro team, I'm usually top 3 in the lobby. There's a few things that I still don't understand, so I'm not going to say that I'm amazing, but I can now consistently get over 30 kills a game, in TDM over 20. I found the class setup that works for me, and I understand the basic mechanics, the movements, and overall how to play the game successfully. And it didn't take me as long as I thought. I mean, if you go back to the beta and just me running around trying to figure out what was going on till now, I'm probably 10 times better just from putting in maybe about 4 or 5 hours worth of gameplay. I have found that Conquest is probably the most fun game mode to play, because if you're going to play Battlefield, why wouldn't you play Conquest? I mean, that's where the tanks and the airplanes and the horses and the motorcycles and, you know, it's huge teams versus one another. It's constant chaos if you know how to play the game. And so I think Conquest is where it's at. You know, when I talk to you guys about suggestions on YouTubers to watch, and you guys gave me a list of them, and I thought, you know, I'll go check these guys out. And I was like, wait, you know what? Rather than skew my perspective on Battlefield, what if I, myself, just did a series on my own, and I'll call it Battlefield Basics. And it's a guy who has never played Battlefield at any length at all, coming over from the Call of Duty franchise, just trying to figure his way into the game and how to be successful and enjoy himself. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized that this is a great idea, because what I found is a lot of the Battlefield channels that are currently out there, they speak to people as if they all have experience in the game. But there are a tremendous amount of people these days who are trying out Battlefield for the first time. And I also noticed that when I ask people questions about Battlefield, or I say something about it, people who play Battlefield are actually pretty rude in response, which is a little off-putting. So I thought, you know what, I'll just do it on my own. I'm gonna call it Battlefield Basics. Now, I'm not the greatest player in the world, but I'm grabbing onto this game rather quickly, and I'm having a lot of success. So maybe I could impart, as I'm playing, some of the wisdom that I'm gathering from the game. So let me give you an example. I'm gonna share with you maybe about 10 things right now. And then each week, if I can, if I'm enjoying myself still in the game, I'm gonna give you some more tips. And these are tips specifically for somebody new to the franchise like myself. Number 1, when you start a game, especially Conquest, you have got to join a squad. Even if you don't know anybody, if you're playing solo, you've got to join a squad for one primary reason. Well, there's actually 2. The primary reason is for spawning in, because you can spawn in on your teammates. And you're going to learn that very quickly, that spawning in on your squad helps so much. It helps you stay in the action and win the game. The other thing is, if at all possible, be the squad leader, so you have control on what objectives you're going to go cap, and call out the objectives by marking the flags, because you get a tremendous amount of points. Whether you capture the flag or not, if your teammates capture it, you get bonus points, bonus XP for it, and it helps a ton. Like I said before, play Conquest. It's a lot more exciting. There's a lot more score to go around. But here's the thing in Conquest. It's just like domination in Black Ops 3, because a lot of you guys who watch me play Black Ops 3, there are power positions in every single map. Now, I realize that a Battlefield map is probably 5 or 6 Call of Duty maps combined into one. But there are power positions in every single map, and you've just got to play the game to find the positions. Now, not necessarily one fixed position in a building, but there are usually a flag or 2 or a capture point that is going to get the most traffic. Usually within the middle of the map, there's 2 flags very close to one another. And you'll see me doing it in the background in these clips that I'm showing you. I'm playing off of these power positions, and once you find those positions where there are people constantly dying, you continually spawn there, move up, heal your teammates, kill guys, take objectives, mark flags, rotate back and forth between these 2 flags. Once you get that down, that's all the game is. As for best class, you guys, if you are new to this game, don't listen to any of these experienced Battlefield guys. Just play Medic. Medic, because you can heal yourself. and medic because you get a lot of points from healing other people. I can't explain to you how many times I'm able to stay in the game because I'm dropping myself my own health kits over and over and over. Now, if I had my choice, I would play assault because I'm a very aggressive player. I like the shotguns. I like the fire rate on the assault rifle and the SMG. I would love to play that, but I find that people playing Battlefield right now do not heal you. And they always run away. It's like you die, and the medic, you can see he's like 5 meters from you, and he runs away from you, and you're just sitting there like, are you kidding me? And then I thought, okay, I'll play support. Then I'll put down ammo so I have a constant supply of grenades. Again, the issue is the healing aspect. The medics don't heal you unless you play with the friend. And let me tell you this, okay? I understand that most people are not going to have a squad to play with at all times. But what I found is if you can play with one friend, just one, start your own squad, other people will join you. Okay, I promise you, they'll join you. One friend that you can play off of, one of you's a medic and one of you's a support guy, you will have a blast in this game. The idea is this, you guys talk to each other and say, okay, we're gonna go capture F. You both flank together, one of you will push up. If he dies, the guy on the backside will stay back in camp until the buddy can spawn back in on him, and then you push again. It helps so much just to play with one friend. That's all you need in this game. 2 would be great, 3 would be amazing, 4 would be shocking, and you would dominate nearly every single game if you had a full squad of people who knew what they were doing. Okay, now the other thing is this, tanks run away. Just run. I don't care if you're an assault guy or a support guy and you can put one of those charges on them or throw grenades on them. It's all great. But what I've learned in the game is this, especially if you're new to the game, this is for guys who are new, who don't understand what's going on. When you see a tank coming, run away. Because the chances are you're gonna die, and if you just run, you will live to fight another day. Just move away. And there are certain objectives in the game, especially in Conquest, where it's very difficult for tanks to get in. Find those spots and work those areas of the map. You're gonna die a lot. One thing I do like compared to Battlefield 4, because I did play Battlefield 4, is I remember I would get into some maps on BF4 and there'd be like 5 enemy tanks. Well, at least in Battlefield 1, it seems like they can't have more than 2 or 3 tanks at a time, so they don't ruin the game. At some points, it does ruin the game flow. Like when you're in this gunfight, like you got 4 of your guys with you and y'all are shooting at 4 or 5 enemies and it's just going back and forth and y'all are healing each other and it's awesome and it's intense. And then an enemy tank shows up and everything's ruined. They shoot one rocket and boom, everybody's dead on your team. It kind of takes away from the game. Almost like they should shrink the maps of Conquest and take the tanks out. Sometimes I actually feel like they should do that. Basic rule in any FPS shooter, especially in a game mode like Conquest, use your teammates as shields. Let your teammates push up, you stay back, you let them take the shots and you kill the enemies around you. I know you guys may think that that's a messed up thing to do, but if you're trying to be successful in the match, you want to stay alive as long as you can. And if you're playing as a medic, you want to kind of hold back a little bit so if your teammates go down, you can run up and heal them. Plus, you get a lot of points for it too. So play off your teammates. You are not Rambo. You cannot play it like Call of Duty. The other thing is pistols. Pistols are the most overpowered thing in this game up close. The only thing that can beat it is a shotgun, and you don't really find many people in Conquest playing with shotguns. At any time somebody's within 10 to 15 meters of you, put away your assault rifle, pull out your pistol, and kill them. You will drop them so fast. I prefer the M1911, pretty much because that's all I've really played with so far pistol-wise. I'm sure there's one probably more powerful, but I'm finding that pistols are OP up close. The final thing is this. Be patient. And let me reword that to you. Camp. Camp like you used to camp in Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 3. Head glitch, hide in corners, because this is how everybody plays in Battlefield. Now all you Battlefield experts and the guys have been playing this for a year and you talk about how you can charge spawn and everything, whatever. You guys can say whatever you want to say, because the second you come up against more than 2 or 3 enemies, you are dead. What I find is this, when I die in Battlefield, it's because of one of 3 things. The first one is I make a really stupid decision and I run right out in the open of the map. Don't ever do that. The second one is it's a tank or an airplane blowing me up. And the third one is because a guy's hiding in a corner that I didn't check. And you want to talk about hiding in corners and bushes? Oh my goodness, it is on another level in Battlefield. But once you understand that, where you get to the area of the map that has a power position and you control that area, you're the one that gets to hide in those odd areas. And I know it sounds like an awful thing that I'm telling you to do, but any successful Battlefield player, they view it as strategy. They don't view it as camping. They say, well, I'm trying to hold down this position. I'm going to go into an awkward area where you're not going to expect me so I can kill you because it's quote unquote strategy. No, you're camping. You're laying down behind a bush waiting for somebody to come up. It's the definition of camping. But it's okay in Battlefield because that's how everybody plays. So just join them. Become a camper. Do not be your Call of Duty hero. Be your corner camper, Wings of Redemption, off the head glitch, off spawn on Modern Warfare 3 playing bootleg. Okay? That's how you play the game. I'm going to stop it there. I have a lot more. If you guys have little tips and tricks like this, put them down below. I'll add them in the next video. As always, if you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment down below, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe, because I'm here to help, baby.